सबकी अपनी हो जमीन,
सबकी अपनी हो जमीन,
सबका आसमान हो,
सबका आसमान हो। जय जगत जय जगत जय जगत पुकारे जा, जय जगत जय जगत जय जगत पुकारे जा। रंग भेद छोड़ दो, रंग भेद छोड़ दो, जाति पाति तोड़ दो, जाति पाति तोड़ दो, मानवों में आपसी, मानवों में आपसी, अखंड प्रीति जोड़ दो, अखंड प्रीति जोड़ दो, मानवों में आपसी, मानवों में आपसी, अखंड प्रीति जोड़ दो, अखंड प्रीति जोड़ दो। जय जगत जय जगत जय जगत पुकारे जा, जय जगत जय जगत जय जगत पुकारे जा। न्याय का विधान हो, न्याय का विधान हो, सबका हक समान हो, सबका हक समान हो, सबकी अपनी हो जमीन, सबकी अपनी हो जमीन, सबका आसमान हो, सबका आसमान हो। जय जगत जय जगत जय जगत पुकारे जा, जय जगत जय जगत जय जगत पुकारे।
Yeah, speak in English also.
You want me to speak in English?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is your name and what do you think about this program?
So, मेरा नाम जिल बहन और ये this program is a very important program because what it is doing is taking non-violence, the concept of non-violence, and having a social movement get built around non-violence that strengthens itself over the course of 1 year, bringing many people together, and in that movement hopefully creating some change. So non-violence is not something only found in India. Non-violence is found in many other countries. You know, we had Nelson Mandela in South Africa, we had Martin Luther King in America. So it's not that Gandhi was the only proponent of non-violence. However, what we have in India is the way to organize non-violent social movements. And that is what we need today. Because if there's going to be any change in the planetary crisis, any change with respect to poverty, any change with respect to the huge gap between rich and poor, it requires a social movement. And that is out of the heritage of the freedom struggle in India. We have the techniques in India to create a social movement globally that will help to make some change. And this change should be positive for everybody. And that's why we always say that it is everyone should be included, no one should be left behind. It's the concept of Jai Jagat, a concept of Sarvodaya, well-being of all. And I think what is so dramatically different with this movement in comparison to earlier movements is it has created a strong interest across many nations to participate. The hope is to have 50 million people through the social media participate in this social movement so that there is real change. The change will not happen quickly, but it will start a process of people thinking, how do we change this climate change problem? How do we make some fundamental structural changes? So this Indian social movement, which is going global, bringing other social movements together, is extremely important. And it's a historic moment where we hope all Indians will stand behind it because it comes from the Indian freedom struggle, from the father of this nation, Mahatma Gandhi. So it is with that we join this movement. I come originally from Canada. There are people who have come from Spain, from Africa, from Latin America. We've all come together because we believe that this movement can start a process of change.
In condition in the whole world, in present condition is not good, and how to Gandhi's ideology
Can make some change.
can make some peaceful message.
You see, I think 10 years ago, people would have said Mahatma Gandhi is not relevant. But over the last 10 years, there has been two major things that have been happening. At the level of peace, there has been some serious shifts going on. Many wars, rising discontent, both political and economic, in many countries. And as the world is becoming a global village, this discontent is getting intensified. So we have that on the one hand. On the other hand, we have a crisis with the planet. We have rising temperatures that can change the weather patterns and seriously change agriculture and human relationship with planetary Earth resources, with planetary resources. These two things drives us to nonviolence. Gandhi provides a prescription of how to look at politics, economics, education through the lens of nonviolence. It is the moment where Gandhi is very relevant, perhaps more relevant today than ever before. And this is why we are lining up behind the principles of Mahatma Gandhi, the beliefs that he propagated, that he gave to the world. He didn't just give to India, he gave to the world. And it is with that, with great humility, we try to see how to use his principles dealing with these crises, the human crisis, the wars and conflicts between people, and the planetary crisis today.
What is your experience in this program?
I'm the international coordinator, so I am helping to organize the other countries in terms of being prepared for the yatra to come through their countries. So we've spent the last 5 years contacting them and building up. And in fact, there is in Georgia a Gandhi Foundation that was started 5 years ago. There's also a Gandhi Foundation in Armenia. We're trying to start small solidarity groups in the Balkans, in Europe, so that when we come, when we march, we can meet these solidarity Gandhian groups and get their help to bring the message to their populations. So this is what we've been doing.